What is a subconscious confirmation? So a subconscious confirmation pretty much is a permission that you give an outside part of reality or even a person that causes you to accept unwillingly or willingly to confirm something. And by that, I guess we can also call it anchoring. Anchoring. Is it anchoring? Anchoring, I'm gonna call it. So pretty much is when you make the decision for something to mean something else. Or that you allow an object, a sound to confirm a subconscious thought. For example, in gang stalking, the headlights, the moment that you confirm subconsciously that the headlights during the daytime are a confirmation of someone, of whoever is driving that vehicle, being a gang stalker. That is when people or when targets start seeing gang stalkers. So this is an imposed confirmation, and this is done by having enough people use their headlights to bother you and to do a facial expression such as the gang stalking grin in order for that to mean that the headlights during the day are a part of gang stalking. So these confirmations are targets give them when they are convinced of something. So for example, when a target is using the car door slams as a confirmation of whoever is slamming the door being a gang stalker, the subconscious confirmation of that being true will make your reality exactly that. So every time you hear a door slam, you will subconsciously be thinking that person is a gang stalker, whether or not you willingly did it. So there was a point in time, if you're a target, where you had enough people slamming their car doors in a way that made you feel uncomfortable. That happened enough times that there was a point where you accepted that subconsciously. So after that point, whenever you heard a car door slam, you agreed that meant to you subconsciously that it was a car door slam done purposely for you by people who are gang stalkers. And gang stalkers pretty much at this point meant people who don't want the best for you, who want to destroy you. So pretty much is a car door slam means that the person who's slamming the door is a gang stalker and is doing that car door slam for me to notice, and that is meant to make me feel uncomfortable. So no person in the right mind or even in the wrong state of mind, in an altered state of consciousness or whatever you want to call it, is going to willingly believe that, unless that reality was imposed enough times to create that reality. So the moment that you start imagining that the car door slams are just for you to bug you so that you notice them, that where you got to the point where you thought a loud car door slam makes me feel uncomfortable, and it is a symbol, a sign that gang stalkers are giving me in order to tell me that they are a gang stalker, to make me feel uncomfortable and to bother me. The moment the target accepted that was the reality subconsciously. So I'm bringing this up because gang stalking is pretty much a set of subconscious permissions that you have given, you have made a decision, willingly or unwillingly, to interpret a car door slam as a confirmation of the person that is doing the door slam being a gang stalker. Gang stalking is a set of permissions that had been imposed by the target, by the gang stalker, and the target has decided to believe unwillingly, because no one becomes a target willingly. So the target believes that whenever there is a car door slam, that is a subconscious confirmation that it is done by a target. I mean, that you're confirming, one, that you're a target. Two, that the car door slams mean that it is gang stalkers telling you that they're watching you, that they're following you. Your targets are typically also confirming that the car door slam are made to bother you. So they will produce a negative physiological sensation on the target. And not only that, but that you're getting followed. And the thing is that while you have given these permissions, these are typically not by themselves. They are accompanied by a bunch of other permissions, such as the headlights during the day. The target began noticing the headlights when the target has given the the subconscious permission for the headlights to mean that that gang stalkers are doing the headlights in order to bother you. I remember this actually only had to be done like 3 or 4 times, and it just had to be when I was in my car and I was parked, and then a car would literally shine their headlights right onto my tinted windows until I was made uncomfortable by it. So then that just needed to happen a couple of times for me to start interpreting the headlights as evil, to interpret that as part of gang stalk. The exact same thing happened with the hand waves. There was a point where this was done so much, when you're looking at someone driving, and then let's say that this is the person, like the head of the person is here, and they're looking at me through the rear view mirror, and they just do this. And the moment that when I accepted that as being a confirmation of the person that is doing that, being a gang stalker, your mind will start looking for these. You will subconsciously start looking for confirmations of people, because you are always trying to find something that will make sure that you are safe. For example, today I went to the swap meet with my mom, and I was thirsty. So I was thirsty, and I didn't want to spend the $3 in water. So we went to the market, and there was a water fountain, and I didn't have to actively be looking for a source of water. Subconsciously, I was looking for a source of where I could drink water. So as soon as the water was there, as the water fountain was there, my subconscious mind was like, "Look, there it is. You can drink water now." So your subconscious mind is always looking for your best interest or for your safety. So the fact that I said, "I'm thirsty, I need water," and so my subconscious mind began doing the work of actively looking for a source of water. So when I was doing that, I went grocery shopping with my mom. So I began noticing water bottles. I began noticing these hydrating drinks, energy drinks. I began noticing those because my subconscious mind was at work, because I was thirsty. So the fact that I a long time ago considered myself a target, my subconscious mind was looking for gang stalkers, for signs that there were gang stalkers around me. And I had enough experiences where the car door slams were done purposely. The car alarms, I was subconsciously looking for confirmations that I was being a target, that I was targeted. So a subconscious confirmation is a confirmation that you are decided that is the truth. In gang stalking, your subconscious reality is going to be the truth. So the things that I lived when I considered myself a target still remain the truth. Regardless of not, I consciously agree with them, but I subconsciously agreed that was the truth. So in gang stalking, the reality of the target keeps changing because you keep accepting new things into your reality, and your reality keeps morphing. Why? Because you think they want me to be confused. So guess what? You're subconsciously telling your mind, your imaginary gang stalker, the gang stalkers that live in your mind, we want you to be confused, and you will possibly not be aware of this, because the times that I caught myself thinking they want me to do this, they want me to do that, were very few. In the 7 years of gang stalking, there were very, very, very few. There weren't a lot of times where I was aware of this. So just like the time where I told you that I was able to see my perceptions, there were also times where I saw myself giving permissions. For example, I remember the time that I allowed bangs to confirm things implied by gang stalking, and it was kind of crazy because it was something so surreal, where bangs literally confirmed that what I was thinking was true. So this happened especially when I was having like a negative thought. When I said, well, imagine. So there was a point where I was like, I feel like I look awful, I thought. And then my mind went out looking for confirmation. So then I heard like a car door slam, boom. And that meant that confirmed subconsciously that I looked awful that day. Whether or not I accepted it, the bang that confirms was the one thing that stayed consistent, were the permissions, the subconscious permissions. Now, the moment and the thing is that these permissions were any bang. So imagine, that's why I was so psychologically exhausted all the time, because I was given permissions left and right. So the gang stalker in my mind, my subconscious mind was a gang stalker in itself. And I was psychologically tied to people. So like, because my gang stalker mind wanted to confirm that I looked awful, my mind would look for a self, even if I made it. like that. Even if I tap on something. So like if I say, oh, I look awful today, and then I would, my body itself would just go, I swear to God, it would like bang, like, you know, and then I would make the confirmation subconsciously that I look awful because I had a gang stalker in my subconscious mind. My subconscious mind was literally a gang stalker. Now, that is the crux of this video. Subconscious confirmations. So on my next video, I'm going to explain to you how you can use subconscious confirmations to your benefit. You can make the sound of the alarm, of my smoke alarm, to remind me. Well, I can make it to subconsciously remind me to stand upright and pull in my abs. And guess what? When you're tired, regardless of what you're doing, whenever I hear that, my body will literally do that. It will pull in my abs and it will make me stand upright, regardless of what I'm doing. Because I produce the psychological confirmation that the moment that I hear that, I will tighten my abs and I will stand upright. Subconscious confirmations are the most advanced and one of the most powerful things you can do. You can use your mind to do, because you are using your exterior world, the world around you, to help you push the habits that you want to propel without any type of repetition. If you're new to the concept of psychological confirmations, of subconscious confirmations, then yeah, this concept will be new and you probably need a lot of practice. However, through practice, these subconscious confirmations and reminders will become automatic. So yeah, that is, if you're enjoying this content, this excursion into the world of gang stalking and of why is gang stalking so intense and how is it possible that it can allow you to have a completely different reality to what your reality actually is. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment or just anything to let me know that you are enjoying this content. Again, this is the Gang Stalking Playbook, and the proof that I have of this being the truth is the experiences and now how I have literally changed my reality in literally one evening, only by applying the principles that I have been teaching you. And you're gonna understand that every story that I have from the almost 500 videos that I have here, you're gonna understand that everything is gonna fit through what I'm telling you now. So please leave a comment, leave a like, and thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your time. And I will also make a video of how it is that your entire body, your entire physiology, all your organs, your heart, you can actually recalibrate your mind's perception or what muscles activate when you are doing something in particular. Let me explain this to you before I start my next video. There is a calibration that you do with your body and your mind. If you want your body to keep moving properly, to be having the proper form, the proper posture, you have to recalibrate what your proper posture is in your imagination and through how your body feels, and you confirm that to yourself psychologically. I will teach you what is the universal confirmation, and I will teach you how you can do the universal confirmation subconsciously. And what else? Yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate your time. Bye.